calling the Sedalia Pettis Amateur Radio Club repeater net, calling the Spark and Pettis County Aries net. This is KY0P, Kilo Yankee Zero Papa, your net control station for this evening. My name is Dennis. My QTH is Sedalia. The Spark repeater net meets each Sunday evening from approximately 8 o'clock to 8:30 local time on the Sedalia 147.03 repeater with a minus offset. The purposes of the net are to call, to gather hams in the area, exchange information of mutual interest, and to promote the service by ham operators. Do we have any emergency traffic for the net? If so, call now. Hearing none, are there any club announcements? Okay. I have a couple of announcements. The first one, our next Spark meeting will be held on Saturday, March 7th. I think that's a week from this coming Saturday. And it will be held at the basement of the Emergency Management Office, and that's at 4th and Lamine. We'll meet at 8:30, and there will be a test session following that. Test session following the meeting on March the 7th. Okay. One more announcement. I got my technician's license on February the 21st of 1995, and I was licensed as KB0 RCC. As of this past Friday, I've been a ham for 25 years, so pretty excited about that. So, okay, now we'll start with low-power portables or in-and-outs. And if you would please give me your call signs 3 at a time and give them to me slowly. So now we'll take low-power portables or in-and-outs 3 at a time, please. Go ahead.
KE0, CYR, that's Kilo Echo Zero, Charlie Yankee Romeo, Bob in Sedalia, and I am in and out.
KF0FJG, in and out.
Checking in tonight.
Okay, let's stop right there. I got KE0CYR, Bob was in and out. KF0FJG, Steve, I think you're in and out. Hello, Steve. And I think all I heard was the last couple of syllables, but I think that was Doc. Is that correct?
This is Mike in the Sedalia Pleasant area. Kilo Echo Zero Uniform, Hotel Oscar.
Okay, copy. KE0 UHO, that would be Mike. Good evening, and I think there was a double. If somebody else checked in, go now. Just that one station, please.
I was in there too. It's WB0LRX. Good evening, Dennis. Jeff, in and out. Thank you.
Okay, I copied Mike, KF0, or KE0 UHO, in and out, and Jeff, KB0LRX, in and out. Okay, any other low-power, portable, or in-and-outs? Please call now, 3 at a time.
W3MEB, Doc, in and out.
KC0CYA, Philip in Green Ridge, I'm in and out. 73s.
KE0WLB, Kilo Echo Zero Whiskey Lima Bravo, Joe in Sedalia, in and out.
Okay, we'll stop right there. Doc, W3MEB, in and out. Philip, KD0CYA was in and out. And that last one, Joe, Kilo Echo Zero Whiskey Lima. What was the last one?
In Bravo.
Okay, thank you, Joe. Any more low-power portables or in-and-outs, please call now.
KE0NVW, Rodney, in and out.
Okay, got you, Rodney. KE0 NVW, is that correct?
WA0 SDO repeater.
That is correct.
Okay. Anybody else in and out or low power portable? Okay, we'll go on to regular stations now. Please give me your call signs slowly, 3 at a time. Anybody who wants to check in, please call now, 3 at a time.
W0VK.
K0 TV.
KD0ETL. There's 3 good ones, W0VK, K0TV, and KD0ETL to the top of the list, W0VK. Go ahead, Brett.
Good evening, Dennis. Good evening, everybody. Just running mobile tonight, and Dennis, you're sounding great. You're doing an excellent job tonight, man, and everybody's sounding good there. Don't know a whole lot else. I know we had a great day. Didn't do a whole lot. Went over to Mom and Dad's for a little while. Run a couple errands. Went over to a buddy's house for just a little while. It was just, the temperature was wonderful. The wind was a little bit brisk yesterday. Ended up going to Kansas City. Man, Kansas City was busy yesterday. Had the World of Wheels over there. I found out my father-in-law went up there yesterday and had the farm show over at the Kemper Arena, or American Royal. Kerry was at that, and I just catted around up there and hit a few places that I like to go to, and just had a real good weekend, honestly. So hope everybody else did too. The weather was certainly good for it. Good time to be out. Anyway, don't know a whole lot else, man. Just you're sounding good and doing a great job. We'll see you all later. Hope everybody has a great week. 73 W0VK.
Okay, Brett, thanks for that. Yeah, I think Steve, KF0FJG, and one of his buddies went up to the car show. He said he did an awful lot of walking, getting there, and while he was there and walking back. So, yeah, did you have any trouble with traffic up there, Brett?
You know, I didn't have any trouble, so to speak, but it was busy. There was a lot of waiting, you know, up around Bartle Hall there. They're doing some construction there just on the road there on Broadway, just south of downtown there, and it was really congested. I don't know, there might have been something over at that theater over there too. I mean, everybody was out. I bet I saw yesterday 6 people getting like senior pictures down there in the West Bottoms. There's people all over the place down there getting their pictures taken. Seen a wedding yesterday. I mean, it was just people were everywhere. The plaza was packed. It was just, I think everybody's been holed up with this cool weather, and we had a nice day, and it was out. So no bad traffic, so to speak, as far as, you know, wrecks or anything like that, but a lot of sitting and waiting and slow moving. 73 W0VK.
Yeah, I think I'm right on this. I-70 was closed from 435 out to Independence Center. So I didn't know if the truckers had found any alternate routes that tied up your traffic at all, but it sounds like that you avoided all that. So, okay, thanks, Brett. Next on the list is Harry, K0TV. Go ahead, Harry.
Good evening, Dennis. Everybody else on the net. You're sounding really good tonight, and congratulations on your 25 years on the radio, or with a license. They've got an organization, I think it's called the Quarter Century Wireless Association, QCWA, something like that. Sounds like you qualify now. I don't know what the advantages are of an organization like that, but sounds like you got yourself a gold star there, making 25 years. Been having a lot of fun on HF. Got digital mode working, and having some fun with that, but had some problems with the radio. The voltage would go down on the radio when I'm transmitting, but it wouldn't go down on the power supply, so it was something in between, and I ended up just wiring directly to the lugs on the power supply, and took all the connections out of the loop and got the voltage back. So there's a remote chance, and No, it's a distant chance. I can't imagine it being the problem, but it could be that I may have assembled a connector bad. I don't know if that's true or not, but going back looking at it, but still having fun. Turn it back to you, K0 TV.
Okay, Harry. Yeah, sounds like you've been busy and you've got some more modes going there, so that's pretty exciting. I'm sure you'll get the kinks ironed out before too long. So, okay, next on the list, Paul, KD0 ETL. Go ahead.
Y0P, KD0 ETL. Good evening, Dennis. Thanks for taking the net. Doing a good job, as everyone said. Yeah, congratulations on the 25 years. That's an accomplishment. Around here, let's see, I did yesterday I went to a black powder show in Holden, Missouri. Saw it was black powder only, a lot of rifles that are too expensive for me to buy, and there's a few possibles and such that go along with that, dated clothing and this and that. It's interesting to look at it. I come away with a few little items for my old black powder rifle, but I couldn't afford any of theirs. A lot of them are handmade, so they have pretty good dollar tags on them, and they were well made and fun to look at. That's about all I did yesterday. Today I watched a little bit of the race. Went for a walk outside. Went for a ride outside with the four-wheeler, me and the dog, and just kind of hung around outside as much as I could. It was pretty nice. So enjoyed that, and did program a couple portables, so did a little radio too. 73 to all. Everybody have a great week. KD0 ETL, back to net.
Okay, Paul, thanks for the update. Sounds like you had a pretty busy weekend. And that brings me to the bottom of the list. So I'll take 3 more check-ins. Take 3 check-ins. Give me your call sign alphabetically and phonetically, and please give it slowly. Thank you. Next 3, go.
0 MQD, Whiskey 0, Mike Quebec Delta, Tony and Boonville.
80 VD, Alpha Delta 0, Victor Delta, Donald.
KA0, TPX, Kilo Alpha 0, Tango Papa X-Ray, Jerry.
Okay, that's my next 3. W0, MQD, 80 VD, and KA0, TPX to the top of the list. W0, MQD. Tony, what's going on in Boonville today?
Doing pretty good. Enjoying the weather while we still can. Noticed the honeybees were out, at least over here. Pretty sure they were honeybees. They didn't look like mason bees to me, but I think with that and seeing the birds fly down 70 on my way into Columbia for work, I think spring's closely or very soon approaching. So anyway, hope everyone has a good week, and I'll talk with everyone next week. W0 MQD, back to that.
WA0 SDO, repeater.
Yeah, my wife was just talking, Tony. It seems like that the birds, the spring-type birds, have arrived, and they're chirping very loudly in the backyard. And she made that comment a couple days ago that it looks like maybe, hopefully, we'll have an early spring. The signs are there, so hopefully the wildlife knows something we don't know. So 73, Tony, have a good week. Next on the list, Alpha Delta 0, Victor Delta. Donald, what's going on over on Main Street?
Not much of anything. Finally, we got a good NASCAR race in. It was a good race up to about 5 laps to go. Then it turned to nothing. But it's a good race. No crashes, just going fast around in circles. And another thing, last week on the Carrollton net, kind of received a challenge more or less from them over there, because when you and Brett and Paul and some of the rest of us, all signed in over there, when they closed the net up, we were one person more than any other county. And they kind of said that there's a contest going on. I think everybody should get in there Monday and show them what a contest is really like. What do you think?
Donald, I noticed the same thing. Yeah, Pettis County had one more check-in than Carroll County did. So I think that was kind of embarrassing. We'll get a word here from Jerry when he comes up next. But yeah, I think they did. I think that was their home county that they were talking about. But yeah, it is tomorrow night. Unfortunately, I probably won't be available tomorrow night, so maybe somebody can cover for me. So yeah, that net starts at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Anybody that can hit the Carrollton repeater. There's been several from our group that have checked in. So anyway, Donald, thanks for the update. And on to Jerry, KA0TPX. How are you doing, Jerry?
Good evening, everybody. I've got 49 degrees right now. I had a high of 71 degrees today. And I've seen some meadowlarks up here this week, but I haven't seen no robins yet. And that's all I've got to report. KA0TPX back.
Okay, Jerry. Yeah, I haven't noticed any robins around our deck, and I haven't walked the trail too much. Well, I haven't walked it at all this winter, but it seems like that in years past, when we'd walk the Katy Trail, even in the wintertime, there'd be a few robins that were left over that spent the winters up here. So anyway, spring's right around the corner. Meteorological spring is March the 1st, and that'll be here before we know it. So anyway, we got 14 check-ins so far, and I'll stand by for 3 more. 3 more check-ins. Please give your call sign slowly and your name. Go ahead and come now. Recheck. Recheck, go ahead.
Thanks for picking me up, Dennis. I'll take a little time here. Maybe somebody else will jump in there. I have seen robins out here at the house. I haven't seen any meadowlarks, but I have seen some, well, not the yellow finches, but a lot of winter birds. But I have seen robins down in the woods when I've been hunting, early, well, I'd call it late winter. I've seen a lot of robins down in the woods. They just don't come out of the woods until it gets closer to spring. So, like the ground's thawing and some worms maybe working their way towards the top. So, but I have had robins in the yard last couple weeks.
Could you tell earlier in the winter? Did you see any robins then, or did they just show up a couple of weeks within the past couple of weeks?
It's just been the last couple of weeks, but I'm sure if I went down into the timber behind me and back in their ways, I probably would have maybe seen a few.
Yeah, like I mentioned, I haven't walked the trail this year, but always in years past. Between Clarendon and 32nd Street there on the trail, you could usually scare up a few robins. So. Anyway, thanks for that input, Paul, and let's see if there's anybody else that wants to check in. Check-ins, please call now. KY0P.
KE0MER.
Excuse me, I had to pick my microphone up from the floor. Grace, KE0MER, how are you? And please make some comments.
I heard Brent went to the city today, and I just wondered if he was hanging out at his old haunts.
Hanging out where?
At his old haunts. Did he cruise the avenue?
Oh, okay. Are you still on there, Brett? KW0VK.
Yeah, I'm still on here. No, Grace, I didn't go down through there. I usually like to go with you and Donald when I got some protection, and so I stayed out of that area. But anyway, just no, I stayed safe this weekend. We'll see y'all later. Back to you, Dennis. W0VK.
Okay, now that I've caused trouble, I'm going to get out of here. This is KB0 out.
I was kind of kidding about dropping the mic, but really good to hear you. So are there any more check-ins for the Spark Repeater Net? We've got 16, counting myself, so far. So if anybody else wants to check in, please call now, KY0P. Okay, I will make one more announcement and we'll wrap it up. Saturday, March 7th, I don't think it's this coming Saturday, but the Saturday after that, will be our next Spark meeting. It will be a combined meeting and test session. The meeting starts at 8:30, and the test session will start approximately an hour later, and it will be held at Sedalia Pettis County Emergency Management Agency in the basement of the Sheriff's Office, and that's at 4th and Lamine. So I'll take one more standby. Anybody wanting to check in, please call now, KY0P. Okay, well, that'll wrap it up for this evening. We had 16 check-ins. Thanks for everybody who took the time to check in with us. And we'll go for next week, and I don't have my notes in front of me who the net control is for next week, but it will be at 8 o'clock also. So everybody have a good week. 73 from KY0P.
WA0 SDO, repeat.